everyone, welcome to another digital class at basicgrey.com. This time I'm going to be making a layout using the Stella Ruby starter kit and then also one element from the Mellow Flourishes. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm making this page with some photos of my nieces and nephew when they went to kind of a local village farm type place. And so they're really fun kind of horse photos. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize the page so I can put it off to the side. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a new document by going to File, New, Blank File. And I'm going to change the pixels to inches so I can see how big it is. And it's going to be 12 by 12 at 300 pixels per inch. Okay, so here's our new page. The next thing I'm going to do is going to take this pattern, I'm going to drag it up into the document, and it's going to go right in the center. That's exactly what we want. Now I'm going to take the green pattern and put that one inside the document. Holding down the rectangular marquee tool, I'm going to click and drag while I'm holding down the shift key, and that's going to create a perfectly square shape. Okay, and then I'm going to come up to Select, Inverse, and I'll hit Delete, and it will get rid of everything around that shape. Alright, now I'm going to create a new layer over here in the Layers palette. I'm going to put it below the green paper, and then I'm going to hold down that Shift key once again, and I'm going to draw a box. This is just going to add a frame around that paper. So I'm going to do Shift Delete or Shift Backspace if you're on a PC. Make sure the color is white and hit OK. Alright, so there's the basic background for the page. Now we're going to add some photos. And holding down the Move tool, I'm going to click and drag the photos in. Make sure they're on the top layer. And they're going to come in rather large. I didn't make them a specific size when I created the page earlier, so I'm going to just eyeball it. Okay, I'm going to get all three of these selected. Move them into the spot. Okay, and now I'm going to draw a box right behind. I'm using the space bar to move the box around as I draw it. It needs to be about that big. Okay, now I'm going to drop in the brown pattern. And on my keyboard, I'm going to do Command G, or if you're on a PC, it would be Control G. And that just takes that pattern that's above the shape and it does a clipping mask down into the shape. So if I wanted to, I could select my Move tool and move the pattern inside that shape still. Okay, now I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to draw another shape, and I'm going to put it down here right beneath the photo on the far right. And I'm just going to draw a little spot for my journaling, and I'll drop in the cream colored paper, and Command G or Control G if you're on a PC. Alright, I'm going to bring in this flower. Drop that in. Using the Move tool, I'm going to move it over here and then move it to the top layer. I think I'm going to rotate it a little bit as well, just like that. Okay, now we're going to add our title up here. I'm going to type the word ride. Change the color to white, and I'm going to select my font. Okay. Move that down right there. And I'm going to take the Summer Flourish from Mellow. I'm going to drop that in here. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'm actually going to move it up above Ride. And then I'm going to take that cream colored paper and I'm going to drop it in once again and do Command G or Control G, and that'll drop that color in. I'm going to take the ride and make it larger. Okay. And I'm going to move the summer flourish up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add my journaling down here, and you can do that by selecting the text tool and then making sure you're above the layer where the journaling tag is. You can click and drag and it will draw a box, and then you can start typing in your journaling. Okay, now it's time to add our shadows. So I'm going to come up here and I'll start on the bottom. I'm going to start on the white layer. I'll double click on this drop shadow up here to add the effect, and then double click on the FX icon. And I'm going to take the opacity down to about 40. And the distance to maybe 10. And the size to 7. 7, 10, and 40. Okay. I'm going to right click on that layer and click on copy layer style, and then for everything I want to shadow on, I can right click on that layer and do paste layer style. And remember, you need to add the shadow to the shape that the pattern is in. So for these shapes over here that have clipping mask, go ahead and apply it to the shape. Okay, so there's our page. Hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to check out the Stella Ruby Starter Kit over at basicgrey.com. It's in the digital store, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.